The archers are dead, but we're coming back alive in here with this brand new commanders that have been dropped now. Zhuge Liang and Dido. Let's go and take a review onto this one, archer gangs. I hope you guys are happy. And for the other gangs out there, just wait for your cycle. It will also come out. But this is pretty legit so far. Oh my god, it blows my mind. I gotta get one of them. I don't think I can get both of them, but we'll see. So, my name is Shinchi42. If you guys like Rise of Kingdoms content here, consider subscribing and turn your notification on. I'm going to go and talk about the commanders in here, and we're also going to look into the skills, and then we're going to be looking into the potential pairings that you can do. Zhuge Liang is something that maybe the free-to-plays can get, and you will really enjoy. To get these, I would say Zhuge Liang will probably be the Wheel of Fortune, and then Dido will most likely going to be the Mightiest Governor event. So we just see the typical like Garrison is on MGE, and then Versatiles will be on the Wheel of Fortune. So let's go and take a quick look here first on Zhuge Liang and what you guys should be expecting on type of combos with this, hero. So Zhuge Liang is archer, versatile, and skill. Let's take a look into the skills in here. So the first skill here, let's take a look. Burning of Xinye. So let's take a look into the first skill here. Burning of Xinye. Deals direct damage up to 5 nearby enemy troops. 1200 damage factor. Damage dealt to each target is reduced by 15%, which is typical for each additional target. Now, in addition, what's cool about this is that all targets will deal 15% less damage for the next 3 seconds. That's insane. I mean, this is debuff, making the target do less damage. That is absolutely insane. And this is going to be all targets. So this thing works really well in open field. You're providing debuff, 15% reduction of all damage for 3 seconds. Insane amount of debuff here with Zhuge Liang. Interesting. Now we have the second skill, borrowing arrows. Archer units led by this commander will gain 30% health bonus and deal 5% extra damage. Wow. Period, by the way. Whenever this commander troops is inflicted with a control effect while on the map, it has a 50% chance to negate the effect and deal direct damage factor of 500. Wow. To the attacking troops, this effect can trigger once every 5 seconds. So if this march is inflicted with a control effect, which, we've seen this, there's a lot of players out there that will do this, like Silence. Just give you an example, Guan Yu. If you're fighting a lot of Guan Yu, you're going to get, Silence. So this skill will trigger for this part when this commander's troop is inflicted with control effect right while on the map. You have 50% chance, like flipping a coin in here, to negate the effect. And then you counter it with a 500 damage factor. Dude, this thing is crazy. This thing is going to break the game. I think everyone should get Zhuge Liang. My god, this might be absolutely insane. Now, third skill in here is that Long Zhong Plan. All right. If this commander troops contain only archer units, this is a passive skill. You will deal 20% extra skill damage. Dude, that's insane. That's a lot. Normal attack from this commander troop also have a 10% chance to increase the attack of the archer units by freaking 50%. Dude, that is absolutely insane for 3 seconds. Wow. Dude, this is strong. Marquise Zhongwu. What the hell does Marquise mean? Anyway, whenever this commander uses an active skill, their troop gains the Marquise effect. This is Marquino's effect. Increase damage dealt by 10% for the max in here for 10 seconds. Ooh. If it does not already have it. Ooh, this is interesting. If their troop contains only archer units and this has a Marquise effect, whenever this commander uses an active skill, they will consume the Marquise effect, it's consumable, and deal direct damage up to 3 nearby troops with damage factor of 1500. Wow. Direct damage dealt through this method is not affected by buff or skill damage. Okay. But this is interesting. 1500 damage factor. Insane. Now, the last skill here is Chu Shi Biao. Upon entering battle, this commander troops gain Marquis. So it kind of ties up in here. All right. Their troop gain Marquis if you cast an active skill. All right. If you don't have it already. But for this, when you enter the battle, you gain this Marquis. Effect will be 10% increased damage for 15 seconds. Okay. That's a lot of damage that you're getting here. Each time they're burning Xinye or Marquise Zhongwu, skill deal damage, this commander troops immediately gains 30 rage. So every time you cast a skill in here, wow, you're going to gain pretty much 30 rage. That's pretty much what I kind of understood in here. That is absolutely insane. Now, I was speaking to Puddle Kicks, and we kind of discussed a little bit of what type of combinations would be really good for Zhuge Liang. So I'm going to share this to you guys, all right? Now, the combo that you can do here with Zhuge Liang, what we kind of discussed in here, let's see. He was saying here that you can do, well, of course, you can definitely do Dido and Zhuge Liang, which we're going to talk about Dido here a little bit. But he was saying that you can do a Henry. So, for example, let's see. Henry, where is Henry? Where's my Henry? Here, right here. Henry, and you can do Zhuge Liang. So that he's saying that you gain a lot of like, basically tanking ability here for skill damage. You work onto the talent tree here. You get some reduction of skill damage in here. So as you can see, 5% skill damage reduction. You go to that max, you get more skill damage reduction in here, right? So these things will allow your survivability increase in here, which is also a great approach. So what Pairings Casey was saying, that you run with Henry and then Zhuge Liang secondary, basically a very tanky approach in here. You get a lot of like, attack bonus as well with running with Henry in here. You get skill damage check and reduction here, 30%, very tanky. If you're facing these infantry that deal skill damage in the open field, right, you're going to be able to survive there a little bit, much longer. And especially with the cabs, they do a lot of skill damage as well with the newer cabs that we've seen. I was also thinking like you can do Ramses. Ramses will work well as well with Zhuge Liang in here. I would say Boudica will also work well. So those are some of the combos that I'm thinking of that you can do. Of course, you can also do YSG for Zhuge Liang. I mean, that is also a viable pair that you can work on. But let me know what kind of pairing you would try to do with Zhuge Liang. I mean, unless we really do some testing in here, then we'll be able to see how it performs, if it's good or not. Now, let's talk about Dido here. I mean, Dido looks like, she's not Indian, but she looks Indian in here with the character design that they did, which is interesting. Dido in here with the Soul of Carthage, first skill, deals direct damage to a target troop. If the target is rallied army, which is interesting, it changes scenarios in here. This skill also reduces the skill damage up to 5 enemy troops near the commander's troops by 10%. So this is good for like swarming. Good repel for swarmers. Deals direct damage of 2,000 in here, the max, and skill damage reduction of 30%. That's huge. So yeah, you can definitely pair this up as well with Zhuge Liang in here. Really interesting. You'll rely more onto the direct damage factor here, though. So the skill damage reduction will only, it says here, right, it's only going to apply to a rallied army. So just keep that in mind. If it's open field, only the damage factor was going to work, which is huge, 2,000. That's insane. Now, second skill here, Weeping Queen. Archer units led by this commander gain 10% or max level of 20% archer defense bonus, basically, and deal 5% damage to infantry. Okay, that's good. This is passive. It will work on the open field. If this commander troops contains only archers, it will take 10% less normal attack damage, which is huge. That's kind of nice to counter, like, if you get attacked by like Attila and Takeda type of thing, or Attila rallies. This is good. I mean, this is good for defense as well. Third skill here, Queenly Zeal. Archer units led by this commander will gain 20% increased attack. And that's passive, right? So that will work in open field. Now, the second part here, while garrison in a stronghold or your city, normal attack of this commander troops have 20% chance to inflict ambush effect. This is new. What is ambush effect? On the target troop for 3 seconds. So the ambush effect means it will prevent the target troop from benefiting from effect triggering by being surrounded. Interesting. This effect can trigger once every 8 seconds. So surround, if I remember that, that multiplies some of the damage in here, right? What else does surround do if you're in the city? I don't remember if you're swarming a city. I know there's buff that comes out. Maybe you guys can let me know for this one. But I know there is some buff, their debuff that happens in there. But remember, this is only working on the garrison or stronghold. Not gonna work the surround thingy that, preventing it. It's not gonna work in the open field. Fourth skill here, Beacon of Birsa. While garrison, there's a lot of garrison effect in here, which is very interesting. I don't think we've seen a whole lot of like commanders here in Rise of Kingdoms that have a lot of garrison effects, right? While garrison in a stronghold or your city, archer units led by this commander will gain 20% health. Wow. And can reduce incoming skill damage by 15% for 10 seconds. This is insane. That is really good. I mean, like, very good to repel. I'm also thinking like Wu Zetian in here. Like, if you have this and Wu, won't that be insane? Like, for repelling magic, for repelling like skill damage. Last skill here, which is going to amplify the Queenly Zeal. So what changed in here? It changes to 40% while attack, and then while garrisoned, 30% chance to inflict, the 30% chance to reduce the target's troops' defense in here. That's new. All right, it didn't add that here. And then 40% troops defense for 40% and inflict ambush effect. So that is something that is new, is the defense reduction in here, which is insane. Like this is absolutely a very strong garrison commander. Now, what type of combinations can you do with Dido? Of course, the obvious in here is a Manitor. This would be good. When looking into Dido in here, I mean, it is very tanky. So when we put in a Manitor here, adds more tanky, but a Manitor kind of brings in more of the damage in here as well. So that is a great combo that you can do for defense. You can do Artemisia, I should say. Also, another option that you can do here with that combo, with Dido. Of course, any of the archer ones in here. YSG, if you really have no options, this is going to be for the players who are maybe low spender and you want to bring in some defense. Yeah, you can do YSG as well. But I was really thinking, like, when I looked into Dido's skills, I was really heavily thinking of Wu Zetian. Like, this is one of the greatest, like, early season garrisons. So if you guys have this, you can also, potentially use Wu Zetian in here. I mean, like, skill damage reduction, defensive bonus. This is something that you can do with that. I mean, there's so many things that you can do. Of course, the typical combo that you can do is YSS as well, right? This is something that most people are going to be using so that you can do a mixed type of troop in here, just like what they do with Xeno and YSS. But what do you think, though? What other combos can you do with Dido? Can you do Theodora as well? I mean, that's also an option, like, for those players who have invested in these type of heroes before, or these type of commanders before. So, but I think, Zhuge Liang, Dido, you can technically use it in open field, but I wouldn't really recommend a whole lot of it. Because some of the factors in Dido in here will be more of a garrison situation. A lot of them actually are. For Zhuge Liang, you can use it in defense as well, but only this skill really dictates while on the map. I don't think anything else dictates while on the map situation, which is good. That means that it will work on garrison. So just keep that in mind in here, right? So hopefully we can test this out. I'm really looking forward to I might probably get Zhuge Liang in here and max it out. I don't know if I'll get Dido though, because that's going to be expensive for me. I've cut down my expenses in here in Rise of Kingdoms. But yeah, this is super cool. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys again next time.